Jay, you have some theme park news.
Oh man, I wanted to know if you saw this. This is they got some video of Epic. I'm gonna turn this. They use some music, but they got some video of Epic Universe and all the things that are being tested. This is the flaming windmill from.
Dude, that's gonna be so cool.
I know. And then there's this underneath of it is a bar where you can get hammered, then walk out and I guess get a photo.
This is in the Universal Monsters section, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of like horror and shit like that, and like Dracula, Frankenstein.
Yeah, so that's Dracula's castle,
yeah.
And there's a ride in there. You can see the line to get into the ride, but they're almost done. And there's another roller coaster here. This is all Dark Universe. Yeah, so the thing like ignites. I don't know like what they're gonna do it like. Cause like at the other Universal, the dragon breathes fire like every 20
I feel like
minutes.
this has to be like ignited all the time. Like that it has to. I feel like. And maybe they'll do it only every couple minutes or something, but I really think they should leave it on all the time unless it's like actually too windy and shit. But
yeah, we've got some pictures. It's kind of the first time that I've seen of the inside of the Harry Potter experience. And
Ministry of Magic.
Yes, I don't know much about it, but from what everyone is saying is like the detail looks incredible. So this is actual photos of inside the Ministry of Magic that Universal has released. I am not familiar with this part of Harry Potter. This is the ride. I guess the ride is the elevator, I'm guessing. So does it look, and it was just these 4 pictures. So does it, I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, so that is going to be the whole theme. It's inside the Ministry of Magic. Obviously, if you've seen the Harry Potter movies, you recognize that interior and what the Ministry looks like. It's going to be a whole thing about like Dolores Umbridge is going to be like the antagonist or whatever of this ride. But from everything I've heard, it's supposed to be kind of mind-blowing, some of the tech that they're using for this. But I haven't seen any videos. I've just seen stills and everything, so I don't really know.
Is these like, man, help me, man. Like, you know way more. This is like, these aren't the fireplaces that the people appeared.
Yeah. So those are going to be, I mean, at least if that's what it looks like from here. There's a bunch of fireplaces at the Ministry of Magic where people use flue powder to travel to and from work. So they've got a bunch of, grates, a bunch of fireplace grates openings there. But I don't know if they're going to use those things in the ride or not.
Ride looks amazing. So I have no idea what it's going to be. If it's going to be like a drop ride or whatever. So
my guess is, to be honest, my guess is that it's going to be very similar to like not as roller coastery as Escape from Gringotts, right? But similar to, it's going to take you around. It's going to put you through a thing, and you know what I mean. I guess maybe
everything.
What is the Hogwarts ride? The one through Hogwarts where you're just kind of going through and you're seeing stuff.
Right.
That's what I feel like. That's what it's going to be. But
we'll see. Like you said, they did say that they're experimenting and they're going to have something new that people have never seen before when it comes to theme parks. Now, over at Disney, they but they opened Tiana's Bayou in Disneyland, and immediately it broke. So these are some of the people that have been reporting. This just came out not too long ago. Like the ride just doesn't move. The animatronics are broken, and you would think that all the problems that they had here in Orlando when they opened the ride, and it's like it was this grand party. And the ride kept breaking down. It broke down for a record. I think it was like 35 days. It was broken every single day on opening. You think that they would learn when they finally opened it in Disneyland, but apparently not. And I want to play this one person. I'm sure you might have some things to say about his appearance, but this guy here, he is setting the world record, something I guess he could be proud of. This is Matt Desmond, who is setting the world record of visiting Disneyland every single day that he can with his annual pass. So he goes there every single day. He doesn't really have a big YouTube channel. He might have a TikTok. I don't know. But this is the guy that sees nothing wrong with Disneyland. Nothing. Nothing can be too expensive. Nothing can be wrong. This is what he has to say about the ride.
If you follow me for a while, you know that I love Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland. I've ridden it over 100 times, but...
First of all, that needs to be studied to ride a ride over 100 times.
This ride is having too many issues to not talk about it. First of all, 2 of the Tiana animatronics, their bodies are just not working. The finale, Tiana, her body hasn't been working since December, so over a month now. One of the Tiana animatronics, her face is not working, but her body is still moving. 2 of the Lewis animatronics are just not moving at all. And the final Mama Odie, which has issues anyway, is also not moving except for her face.
Basically, the whole ride is broken, and they just opened it. And this is supposed to be their grand thing for you to come and see. Look what we've done. Tiana's Bayou.
It's so much more important because of what they got rid of, right? Because you got rid of Splash Mountain, such an iconic ride for a lot of people, and replaced it with something, and it just doesn't work. And a lot of people were mad in general. Even if it had worked perfectly, a lot of people probably still would have problems with it.
It is, but having a new attraction break down so many times is just like, basically, I don't know who they hired to build it or whatever. Just a quick update on Matt.
So someone said Sum 41 meets Guy Fieri. Looks more like some 41%, to be honest with you.
So prayers in the chat for Matt. He goes, when I decided to go to Disneyland 300 days in a row this year, I never considered what would happen if I unexpectedly got food poisoning until this morning. So apparently he got food poisoning at Disneyland from going 300 days. Prayers for you, Matt. I hope a speedy recovery from
when I knew I was in the military, and I at that point had been stationed in Virginia, I knew I was going to San Diego as my next destination. Oftentimes you'll get a couple days off, known as house hunting leave, to go travel to wherever your destination is, go to locations, look for a place to find housing, right? Wherever you want to go, because it's hard if you've never seen the place before, all this shit. So I was excited because I'm like, all right, fuck yeah, I go to San Diego. For the first time. I've never been to San Diego, so head to San Diego, find a good place to live, and also like do a bunch of sightseeing. Really, really late fucking flight. It was a long day of traveling, flight delays, things like that. Finally get in, and I'm like, I'm so fucking tired. There was a Taco Bell right next to my hotel. I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking grab Taco Bell and take it back to the, take it back to the hotel and crash. I got food poisoning from that Taco Bell.
Ooh.
In San Diego, right? Everyone will talk about all the great Mexican food in San Diego. I had Taco Bell, got food poisoning, was sick as a dog for like 2 fucking days, and basically missed out on all of the things that I had wanted to do there. But
it sucks. Well, what makes things even worse for Tiana's Bayou, they have removed it from the Disney's after hours at Magic Kingdom. What does this mean, Jay, and who cares? Basically, an after hours ticket. It's a special ticket that you can go into the theme parks. A lot of theme parks do it, Universal as well, where it's not very crowded. So you can go there and ride all the rides in like 2 hours and be done. That to me is like the better option. It's not as expensive. It's like the parks are open from like 7 p.m. to like 1 a.m. and that's it. You just run in there. Like every line is like a 5-minute wait. You get in and be done. In order to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure here in Orlando, you've got to wake up at 7 a.m., go on the Disney app, and hope you get a virtual queue when they tell you when to come back and ride the ride. Or you can pay money in their lightning lane to go ride the ride, which could be upwards up to $27 a person just to ride this ride. Now they have taken it out of the after hours because they can't, it just doesn't work all day. It constantly shuts down. So I don't know if they're going to close it. I think they've got to try to keep it running for at least another year before they go, hey, we're going to do some upkeep to make it but it was a big failure, you know, for this ride that they praised for years to come, saying, hey, we finally got, you know, we got a black princess in there. They got their own ride, everything like that. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to get rid of the racist Splash Mountain ride. So give us all a pat on the back. Yeah,
thank God.
You really messed up there. It just keeps being worse. So